This is the story of how one color hypnotized the entire world and why that spell is finally breaking in 2026. For 15 years, we painted our walls, bought our sofas, and laid our flooring in the same exact shade of safe and neutral gray. We thought it was timeless and sophisticated, but today, designers and psychologists are calling it something else entirely: depressing. If you are planning to renovate or buy furniture this year, put down the swatch. The era of Millennial Gray is over, and what is replacing it might just save the soul of your home. To understand why we are leaving gray behind, we have to look at how it conquered us in the first place. Back in the early 2010s, we were all recovering from the heavy, dark Tuscan trends of the 2000s, like gold walls, heavy drapes, and granite countertops. We wanted a palette cleanser. Then came the Scandinavian minimalist boom and the rise of the farmhouse aesthetic. Gray felt clean, organized, and acted as the visual equivalent of a deep breath. Retailers noticed this shift immediately. By 2015, you could walk into any furniture store, from high-end showrooms to budget outlets, and find that 70% of the inventory was some variation of charcoal, slate, or fog. It became the default setting for modern living rather than just a trend. We didn't choose gray because we loved it. We chose it because it was the only option presented to us as correct. The popularity of gray was about fear rather than style. In an unstable economy, our homes became our biggest financial assets, and we became terrified of damaging their value. Real estate agents and HGTV hosts drilled a single mantra into our heads: to keep it neutral. We stopped decorating for ourselves and started decorating for the imaginary future person who might buy our house 5 years down the road. Gray became the armor we wore to protect our investment because it was inoffensive and safe. If you painted a room bright blue, you risked alienating a buyer, but gray was money in the bank. This collective anxiety turned our personal sanctuaries into generic showrooms. We sacrificed personality for residence. Gray was not only good, we sacrificed personality for 10 personal, creating a decade of homes that looked exactly like impersonal, transient, and utterly forgettable hotel lobbies. Here is where the science gets interesting and slightly alarming. Color psychology has long studied the impact of our environment on our mood, and the results for all gray interiors are not promising. Although a gray suit implies professionalism, a gray room often signals detachment. The human eye is designed to seek contrast and warmth as signals of life and safety in nature. When we surround ourselves with cool, flat grays, we are essentially mimicking the visual cues of an overcast day or a sterile institution. By late 2025, reports began surfacing of gray fatigue, describing a specific kind of malaise associated with monochromatic homes. It feels colder than it actually is and lowers energy levels. In 2026, we now understand that while gray is calming in small doses, in large quantities it becomes emotionally draining, creating spaces that feel isolated rather than cocooning. If you are realizing your living room might be bringing your mood down, hit subscribe and the notification bell. We discuss design truths and home psychology every single week. Now, let's look at what is finally replacing this trend. The turning point has officially arrived. After years of cool tones, 2026 is the year of aggressive warmth. This shift happened gradually, but has accelerated rapidly. The catalyst was the global desire for comfort that began a few years ago and has now matured into a full-blown design philosophy. We no longer want our homes to look pristine, we want them to feel like a hug. The stark whites and cool grays are being evicted in favor of colors that have blood in their veins. We are seeing a massive resurgence of colors that sit on the warm side of the wheel, such as creams, soft terracottas, and deep ochres. This is a correction rather than just a trend cycle. We starved our senses for a decade, and now we are feasting on warmth. The definition of modern has shifted from sleek and cool to cozy and organic. Nothing confirms this shift more clearly than the 2026 Color of the Year selections from the major paint giants. Benjamin Moore made waves by selecting Silhouette, a rich, deep espresso brown with charcoal undertones. It is dark, dramatic, and unapologetically warm. It is the anti-gray. Meanwhile, Sherwin-Williams pushed Universal Khaki, a nod to the return of beige, but with a modern, earthy twist. Even Valspar went with warm eucalyptus, a green that feels grounded in nature. Notice the pattern, because none of them are cool grays. The industry leaders have analyzed the data, looked at buying habits, and unanimously declared that the gray era is dead. These colors signal that we are moving towards spaces that feel rooted and substantial rather than airy and non-committal. If you buy a gray sofa today, you are buying into a trend that the experts have already buried. Gray has also fallen out of favor due to negative associations. Over the last decade, Millennial Gray became the uniform of the cheap house flipper. You know the look, involving gray vinyl plank flooring, gray shaker cabinets, and walls painted in Sherwin-Williams agreeable gray. It became a formula for maximizing profit with minimal thought. Because this look was mass-produced and installed in millions of rental units and quick flips, it lost its association with luxury. In 2026, walking into an all-gray home does not feel sophisticated anymore. It feels like walking into a Drees's Airbnb or a dentist's waiting room. The luxury market has sprinted in the opposite direction by embracing imperfection, custom woodwork, and unique color palettes. Gray has become the hallmark of landlord special renovations, and nobody wants their personal home to feel like a temporary rental. Let's talk about the physics of light, because this is where many homeowners get trapped. Gray is notoriously difficult to get right because it is highly reflective of its environment. In a showroom with perfect, bright 4000 Kelvin lighting, a gray sofa looks crisp and clean. But bring that same sofa into a north-facing living room with limited natural light and it dies. Without strong light to bounce off it, cool gray turns flat, muddy, and sometimes even lilac or blue-toned. Most residential homes do not have showroom lighting. We have warm lamps and changing daylight. In the evening, when you want your home to feel cozy, gray resists the warm glow of a lamp. It fights against the yellow undertones of soft white bulbs, creating a jarring visual clash. Warm neutrals, by contrast, glow when lit, enhancing the coziness of the room naturally. So if gray is out, you might wonder what to buy instead. Meet the hero of 2026, mushroom. This is the color that finally bridges the gap between the cool gray we are used to and the beige we used to fear. Mushroom is an earthy, taupe-like shade that sits right in the middle. It has the sophistication of gray, but the soul of brown. It is versatile, timeless, and forgiving. Unlike cool gray, which pushes people away, mushroom pulls them in. It pairs beautifully with the warm wood tones that are also coming back into style. If you are painting cabinets or buying a large sectional, look for terms like putty, stone, or taupe. These shades work with the gray items you might already own, helping you transition your home slowly without having to throw everything out and start over. For years, we treated brown furniture as a relic of the 1990s, something to be painted over or discarded. That mindset is officially dead. Deep, rich browns like chocolate, espresso, and walnut are defining the high-end look of 2026. This is the old money aesthetic, or quiet luxury trend, manifested in color. Brown grounds a room in a way that gray never could. It feels established, historic, and permanent. A velvet chocolate sofa or a dark walnut coffee table adds instant gravity to a space. It creates high contrast with lighter walls without the harshness of pure black. Designers are pairing these deep browns with soft blues and creams, creating spaces that feel evolved rather than manufactured. If you want your home to look expensive in 2026, stop buying gray wood look laminate and start embracing the depth of real, dark brown tones. Alongside the warm neutrals, we are seeing green solidify its place as the new neutral for 2026. Biophilic design, the concept of connecting our indoor spaces to the natural world, has moved from a buzzword to a standard practice. Sage, olive, and forest green act as neutrals because they appear so frequently in nature that our eyes do not register them as loud colors. A sage green cabinet or a moss-colored armchair functions exactly like gray did by matching everything. But unlike gray, it brings life. It suggests growth and vitality. This connects back to the post-pandemic psychological shift where we want our homes to feel alive. Replacing a gray accent wall with a deep forest green one instantly changes the room from a sterile box to a living sanctuary. It is a color that breathes, whereas gray just sits there. The obsession with gray often led to rooms that felt flat. Everything was smooth, from walls to floors to synthetic fabrics. 2026 is correcting this by prioritizing texture over flat color. We are seeing a massive demand for tactile materials. Boucle is still here, but it is being joined by heavy corduroy, crushed velvet, and raw linen. The idea is that your furniture should engage your sense of touch, not just your sight. A gray microfiber sofa feels like nothing, while a cognac corduroy sofa feels like an experience. This shift towards texture is another reason why flat grays are failing. Gray does not highlight texture very well. It tends to absorb shadow and detail. Warm tones and natural materials, however, love light and shadow. They show off the weave, the grain, and the imperfection, adding layers of visual interest that a flat gray scheme simply cannot achieve. Let's revisit the money question regarding whether gray still helps you sell a house in 2026. The data is becoming detailed. Although a charcoal kitchen island still photographs well and offers good contrast, the gray washing of an entire property is starting to backfire. Buyers today are younger, more design savvy, and they consume content on TikTok and Instagram where gray is actively mocked. They walk into an all-gray house and see a renovation project, not a turnkey home. They see money they will have to spend to repaint and warm up the space. Real estate listings that feature warm modern aesthetics like creamy whites, wood tones, and natural stone are getting more saves and shares than the dated gray flips. The safe choice is no longer safe. It is becoming a liability. To maximize value now, you need to offer character, not just a blank gray slate. There is a hidden cost to the gray trend that we rarely discuss: waste. Because the gray aesthetic was so heavily pushed by fast furniture retailers, millions of tons of cheap gray synthetic furniture were produced and sold over the last decade. As this trend dies, much of that furniture is destined for landfills. It was often built to last only as long as the trend did. Moving away from gray is also a move away from disposable culture. The trends replacing it, such as antique wood, natural stone, and leather, are materials that age well and last for decades. When you buy a solid wood dresser or a leather chair, you aren't just following a 2026 trend, you are breaking the cycle of fast furniture. You are buying something that will develop a patina and tell a story rather than just looking dirty and dated in 5 years. If you are sitting in a gray living room right now, do not panic. You don't have to burn your house down. You can pivot your space into 2026 without spending a fortune, starting with the two most impactful elements: paint and light. If you have gray furniture, paint your walls a warm white or a creamy off-white. This instantly stops the room from feeling like a cave. The contrast between a gray sofa and a warm wall is actually quite chic because it looks intentional rather than accidental. Next, change your light bulbs. Swap out any cool daylight bulbs for warm white ones around 2700 kilogram or 3000 kilogen. Warm light creates a yellow cast that neutralizes the blue undertones in gray, making it appear softer and more like a grage. These two small changes can warm up a sterile room for less than $100. Once you have fixed the shell of the room, look at your accessories. The mistake people made was pairing gray furniture with gray rugs and gray pillows. Break that cycle. Introduce warmth through textiles. Throw a rust-colored blanket over the arm of the sofa. Swap out the gray area rug for a jute or sisal one, as the natural wood tone of the fiber will ground the gray furniture. Bring in wood accents like a vintage wooden coffee table, oak picture frames, or a wicker basket. Wood is the natural enemy of sterile gray and wins every time. Finally, add large-scale art that features warm tones. By surrounding your gray furniture with warmth, texture, and natural materials, you demote the gray from main character to supporting actor, which is exactly where it belongs in a modern 2026 design scheme. The lesson here isn't just that gray is out, but that blindly following a single color trend is a trap. The homes that feel timeless in 2026 are the ones that mix eras, materials, and colors. They aren't perfectly matched sets from a catalog. The future of neutrals is complex. It's about layering. It's about having a beige wall, a brown leather chair, a gray stone fireplace, and a green rug all living in harmony. This mix mimics the natural world, which is never just one color. As we move forward, the goal should be to build a collection of things you love, rather than trying to replicate a Pinterest image from 3 years ago. When you stop chasing the color of the moment and start chasing warmth and quality, you build a home that never expires. The gray era was a necessary reset, a quiet moment after the chaos of the early 2000s, but we have outgrown it. Our homes are meant to be living spaces, not waiting rooms. By embracing warmth, texture, and richer colors, we aren't just following a new trend for 2026. We are returning to the core of what makes a house a home. It is time to let the color back in. If you found these tips helpful for your next renovation, make sure to subscribe for more honest design guides that help you build a home you actually love.